to the fire station.
Okay. So we're going straight to the fire station in the central?
Yeah, we're going to the special fire station, which nearby the front area, with close to the war area.
Yeah. So what? 2 or 3 kilometers from the front line?
Yeah. It's 2 kilometers from the. It's we have a circle road around the Kharkiv, like circle road. You know what I mean?
Yes.
It's like highway, circle highway.
Da.
So this fire station is 2 kilometers from this road, and just Russian troops just after this road. Okay.
Yes.
Just like that. Nazi tactics, they're just trying to take every chance they can to frighten people, to make them feel bad, to make them feel sick, to make them feel, oh my god, please stop it, do whatever you want, but stop it like that. But it's impossible for us. We're already so fucking angry about these Russians. It's impossible for them, even after occupation of the city, it's impossible for them to take the city in charge, I don't know how many troops, how many police they need to make population be under control, because nobody likes them, nobody wants them here. We are what's free. We don't want Putin's freedom, because his freedom is stop the independent reporters, stop the independent journalists, stop to saying what you want to say. Yeah, just Putin puts a lot of people to the jail just because of their saying. Navalny in the jail because he was the strongest one opposition ever, and he made his investigation against the biggest corruption ever the probably world made, because Putin is probably Russia is the first of the corruption, because shit, you probably seen this investigation how billions of Russian rubles and dollars just been hiding inside the Italians' villa, about this kind of castles where they made shit.
And we've seen on the news, if you're in Russia and you protest the war, you go to prison for 5
Not
to
only
15
war,
years.
the very interesting video is a just humble woman going to the Kremlin square, and she gets have a list of paper and a sign on it. The sign on it calls like 2 words, just sign literally 2 words, два слова. And she was like, oh, okay, what if I would just take a paper with a sign of 2 words? What? And they just special forces coming to think, okay, go. Don't say nothing to him.
So we're 1 mile off on the front line in Kharkiv, witnessing the damage, rolling around with some local firefighters, with the Western firefighters.
Take a look on the left.
With myself.
Yeah, high-rise apartment building.
Take a look on the from 6 a.m. till 10 p.m.
Детский садик. Russian, да?
Australian, English.
Девушка, можно?
The most beautiful city in Ukraine became into some kind of ruin here.
As you can see, we're in the middle of a children's playground, and there's been a massive impact of some sort of shell or missile. It's probably 1 metre deep, right in the centre of a playground. And there's another one over here, another one up here, another one down here. And just as we walk through this playground, we can hear very close shelling still going on, and we've counted, I think now, 5 shells that have landed in this park. Out of respect, I won't film it, but there's dead bodies in the street. The one we just walked by then has been crushed by the concrete falling off the side of this building from shelling, and he or she has been crushed under the concrete. All that's covering their face is a pillow that someone must have walked by and placed on them, but so that the rest had been crushed under the weight of the concrete off these 15 or 20 story buildings. And this is close to 60 days after the war. some soldiers just came up to us and said that we need to leave because the Russian troops are preparing for an attack on this area. So we're leaving now to go into the city centre. The church behind us, it's Easter Sunday, very religious here, and there's shells all around it that have landed and frag off the side of it, and people still attending the church. But with the Russians planning an attack here, it's time for us to leave with these shells around. So the area we're currently in gets shelled pretty much daily, and the Russians are only a few kilometres directly behind us. There's a supermarket on their left. It's all been shelled. Cars, and you can see where rounds have gone specifically straight through buildings.
And our troops hid them here.
So
The Russian troops have been hiding here, and our troops knocked them in, knocked them out.
So this school on the left,
the
Russian troops hid in that school.
Yeah, they've been hiding here like the first days, and then our troops like hit it.
Yeah.
There was a school.
So we're now in the centre of Kharkiv, a city where I spent a long time, a city that I love, and I even said this before the war, a city that I could potentially move to. I love it. This was the city I was singing karaoke for those who followed me. They brought me to this building that's completely burnt out, and they said we can go onto the inside and have a look.
In the Second World War, and they hit this building. There's a memorial museum apartment of the Grizadubova. Grizadubova in the Second World War was a very famous pilot who been hitting the Germans.
Yes.
As I don't know, like as a spider or hitting the flies.
Feel easy.
And while we've been extinguishing the fires here, the order started to shell in the area when we've been just few minutes ago. Now we will go with this.
I like to stress this is in the dead centre of Kharkiv, and have a look at the sort of damage that's been done here. I believe he was saying this is the city mayor's office. You can see just the destruction behind me, and like one of the lads said, where do you even start with this? So we're in the centre. This is where, if you've seen my video on the protests, maybe a month before the war happened, it was right here. And I've got a photo of myself in front of this building, which is the government building, before it, and then it's been struck by a calibre. And I put a photo on Instagram of like the comparison of when I was in front of it versus it getting shelled. And then I'll hopefully get some footage here for you. So I hope this footage lines up somewhat. This is where I filmed the protest. There was a photo of me in front of this building before it was ruined, and well, I guess one now that it's ruined. And yeah, it's hard to see all this. I remember going to this bank here and pulling cash out. All it's blown out. There was a McDonald's right here. That's a McDonald's blown out. There was, recruiting for for Ukrainian soldiers just here. You can see leftover Molotov cocktails as well.
Very good pay. And you get to help out with the forest fire.
Yeah.